Good morning, everybody. I am back. I am sorry it took so long. I caught a cold that would, it took a take an elephant down. It took me down. You all can still hear it in my chest, so I hope this will be okay. This is the second video in a line of videos that I'm going to be doing. Again, my name is Karen Bush, and I'm here to help you figure out how to go to college. What is all this? So the last time I left you, I said to make a list. But you know, I tossed and turned all night because I'm like, wow, I didn't tell them how to make a list. But I hope you started and at least wrote a couple of things down. I want to go to Harvard. I want to go to FAMU. I want to go to Prairie View. I want to go to Louisville. At least you wrote it down. Okay, so now what we're going to do is break this list down piece by piece by piece. This section right here is gonna a little bit for everybody, freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. If my seniors are a little behind, that's okay. That's okay. Don't freak out. So you wrote your colleges down. You have a list. Now what we have to do is say, does that list fit me? Is that the fit for you? You can go to any school, but is the school right for you? It's like buying shoes. I like a lot of shoes. I'm a shoe person, but every shoe is not for me. Every shoe is not the right fit, is not the right look. So you have to be careful what school you go to so that you can get to and through college. So what I want you to do is go back and take that list. So for each, as you can see here, we'll go through this. For each school, you're going to just maybe take, and you see I have this little piece of paper here. You're going to take one sheet per school. You're going to write the name of the school. What's the college name? Where's the school located? Why is that important? Let me tell you why. Because like one of my sons says he wants to go to Stanford, which I think is great. Stanford is a great school. But Stanford is all the way in California, and we live in the Midwest. So if he winds up playing ball there, how are we going to get back and forth there? How is he going to get back and forth home? When you want to go far away, and a lot of kids tell me, I want to get out of state. I want to go far away from my parents. Some of that I really just don't understand because we're going to be the first ones you call. What had happened was, oh my God, I need some money. I call it incidentals, accidentals, and kind of dentals, and I don't know what happened dentals. These things kind of happen, and you need a way out, and your parents are your way out sometime. So going far is okay if we have a plan. How are you going to get home? How are you going to get your stuff out there? Do you plan to have a car? So if you're driving, if you want to go to school in Texas, how do we get the car to Texas? How do we get all your stuff to Texas? Are you going to be able to come home for Thanksgiving and Christmas? It depends on the money. So all these things we have to kind of rotate through our head. There's nothing wrong with going to school out of state. I encourage kids to look everywhere because just because we live here in the Midwest or we live in Indiana or Ohio does not mean every school in this state is going to fit my son or, like, say, myself. You have to look everywhere, but as long as you have a plan, you're good. Okay, so where is school? Looking at, we call it COA, cost of attendance, COA. Here, I'm going to show you that. COA. I know that may be backwards. What does that mean? It is tuition and room and board. So what are those two things? Tuition is the cost of you sitting in a classroom listening to the professor. You generally taking a full load, it's 12 credit hours. Each class, more than likely, is 3 credit hours. You go to that class 3 times a week for 1 hour. So those are the 3 credit hours. Some class you may have a lab and you only do 1 hour. And some classes are 5 hours. You go every day. So you have that cost. Then you have this thing called room and board. So if you're living out of state, you're going to have room and board because you've got to live somewhere in the dorm. So that's your room. And then the board is your meals. You've got to eat. So you put those two costs together, and that is your basic low-level cost of attendance. So that is the amount that you need to say, I'm going to be able to pay. So let's do a little math here. Let's say the tuition, and I'm writing this down, is $12,000, and the room and board equals $10,000. Okay, so that's $22,000 per year. I used to laugh because a lot of my kids was like, "What? I gotta do that every year?" Yes, every year. We've got to come up with $22,000. Now, if you're like me, we don't have $22,000. There's no vault, 5 to the left, 20 to the right. And I can go in and pull out stacks on stacks on stacks like you see on the videos. We don't have that. So we have to make a plan for the tuition. When I ask kids how are they going to pay for it, the first thing they say is scholarships. And so then my question is, what scholarships? Have you applied for any scholarships? Have you looked at any scholarships? Now listen, that's another whole video, and that's probably going to be 20 minutes, 30 minutes by itself, but we've got time. There are scholarships, seniors, let me skip to you real quick. There are scholarships out there that you need to be looking for. You can literally use this thing called Google. Oh, it's amazing. And just scholarships. Scholarships for Native Americans, scholarships for African Americans, scholarships for kids going in engineering and nursing. And if you want to be an electrician, there are scholarships. There are local bricklayers, there are local electricians, there are all of these places for apprenticeships, trades that they will help you pay for college. If you are looking for major money like this, there are different scholarships out there, the UNCF, the Jack Kent. I think the Jack Kent scholarship may have just expired, the Jackie Robinson. There's all these just out there. What I will tell you is you all love social media, and so do I. Follow scholarships. Follow them. Follow them like you need money. Can you give me some money? Can you give me some money? Follow them on Twitter. Follow them. A lot of them are not on Snapchat because, we're just not on Snapchat. But Twitter is wonderful for this kind of information. If you're looking at different schools, get on the school site, follow the school site. They will let you know about deadlines. They will let you know about upcoming college campus visits. They will also let you know about scholarships. Follow the Federal Student Aid. I think it's called Federal Student Aid. That is the FAFSA, the free. Did I say free? FREE. Free application for Federal Student Aid, FAFSA. .gov. Gov. That's the government. Not com, not org, Gov. There are places out there that will charge you $79.95, and you know who you are. I'm not even gonna say. For the free, to help you fill out this free application for federal student aid. It is something that you can do easily. It'll take you about 15-20 minutes to do, but you need your parents to help you fill it out. Your school counselor, your school guidance counselor can help you fill it out. If there are people like myself, there are college and career directors in your school, run to their office. If you don't know them, go in and say, hi, I need help filling out the FAFSA. If you live in the state of Indiana, there's a company called Invested. You call them up. They will be more than happy to help you fill out the FAFSA application. It opened up October 1st, which was Monday. Today is Friday. You have time, but I would like for you all to get that done at least by the end of this month or the end of next. Now, I will have a video on the FAFSA. We will go through it on the computer, and we will look at what are some of the things that scare people, because it is scary, and it's information you have to give. That I have kids that are undocumented that says, well, listen, I don't have that. I'm not a citizen, and what do I do? And there's things we have for that, the CSS profile. We'll get all that done. But first, let's go back to this list. Okay, what do you want to study? What do you want to be when you grow up? That's an interesting and very loaded question. I did not know I wanted to help kids go to college when I was your age. I think I wanted to be an accountant. I don't know. I just knew I wanted to make some money. and I felt there was only a few ways to make money. I'll give you this question. If I gave you $10 million today, stuck it in your lap and said, you have to get up every day and do something. You have to do something. What would you do? Would you get up and go shop? Would you get up and go skateboard? Would you get up and, I don't know, what would you get up and do? Would you go help feed the hungry? Would you go, I don't know, what is it? What do you have a passion for? Would you like to make music? I have students that, I had one kid, music came out of his head. He is playing music now. He went to school for music, I think technology, in a school in Fort Wayne, private school. And he's just making music. He's on SoundCloud. He's everywhere. He's producing music. It's wonderful. Another student, she's at FAM. She wanted to be an engineer. She didn't know what kind of engineer, but she knew she wanted to be in charge, and she wanted to be an engineer. I'm watching her now fulfill that dream. Another kid, he is in Texas. He wasn't sure, but he said, I think I like this education thing. I think I like helping kids. And now he's studying education to be a teacher. Oh, and I love it. He is on campus and he is moving and grooving and joining clubs and helping kids kind of get their purpose while he is finding his purpose. So ask yourself, what gives you joy? What could you see yourself doing? Don't worry so much about the money. A lot of you all are worried about the money. I know this generation, it's like money. I gotta have it. It comes in time. Trust me. When I got out of college, I think I made $24,000 a year. I could barely pay my rent. I did not like what I was doing either. I hated it. And then I got an opportunity to be a trainer at an insurance company, and it opened my doors for education and training, and ooh, look where I am now. So just sit back quietly to yourself and just say, what do I think? What do I just like to do? Some people say, I like to shop. Now, if someone had came to me and said this, I would have said, well, I want to go shopping. I like to shop. I still like to shop. But no one ever told me that I could be maybe a buyer for a store. I could be the vice president of a chain of Saks Fifth Avenues. Oh, Lord, I would have loved that. Just there's a lot of things that you can do now that I guess we didn't talk about then, and then there's jobs that haven't even been created that you can create. So I will tell you this, though. I did have a kid that he said, I just want to skateboard. I don't like to do anything but skateboard. But he was an artist. He doodled. Do you know now that the undercarriage of the skateboards and the things you guys ski on, he helps design all that stuff. And it came out of his love of art and skateboarding. Look at that. There's a job right there. Now, if you don't know, there's a lot of different career assessments we can take. We'll get to that in a little bit. But just start thinking. Just take about 20 minutes of your time while we're looking at this. And the reason I ask, because you've got to look for a major. What are you going to major in? And what are you going to maybe minor in? My oldest son says he wants to be a cardiovascular surgeon. So does that mean he goes into chemistry, or does he go into biology? Pre-med programs, we'll talk about that. Or what does he want to do? If I had to do it over again, I would have gone straight to education, but I didn't. I went around the mulberry bush to find what I'm doing now. So, and then we're going to talk about scholarship. So these are the things I want you to write down. Again, name of the college. Where's the college located? The COA, cost of attendance. That's the tuition, the room and board. Put a little plus sign, write it out. That's how much it's going to cost you per year. And then we're going to say, where's the money coming from? Look at your major, look at your minor, and then we'll start looking at scholarships at that school. Did you know that you can actually go on their site right now and find the different scholarships that are there? Yes, you can start that work now. Now, I will tell you, looking for scholarships can be a full-time job. Oh my goodness. And I know it's so overwhelming and you're just like, I'll do it some other day. No, you got to do it now, okay? Seniors, get on it now. Start looking. Let's finish our list. I'm going to come back to you next week. We want to look at this list and break this list apart, okay? Sophomores, juniors, a lot of you all, and if you live here in the state of Indiana, you're about to take the PSAT in MSQT. That is an assessment test that is given by the College Board to help kind of measure your college readiness. When you do that test, it is attached to so many scholarships. Oh my goodness, I can't even tell you. So take a moment, do well on the test. Take your time, take it serious. I know you get test tired, test anxiety, because you just test to death. But look at this one and take this one serious, if you would, next week. I'm not sure when everyone else takes it in the United States, but make sure you look at that because, again, go online and find out the scholarships that it's linked to. You'd be very, very impressed with that. Okay, so we've got our second to do. Take the list. Find out where it is located. Cost of attendance, tuition, room and board. What is going to be your major? What is going to be your minor? If you don't know what that is, where's your passion? Where is it? What would you do? A lot of ladies like to do hair now. So, okay, let's do hair. Let's plan to get our cosmetology degree, but then let's get that business degree so that you can run your own business. And then we'll talk about scholarships, okay? So that's the next to do. If you have any questions, if you are just like, I don't know, I always see people do this down below. You can email me. I think my email is in my link. Please email me with questions that you have, concerns that you have. I'll be more than willing to help you kind of figure this out, okay? So you've got your to-do list, and let's get it. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.